Hi, welcome to my channel. Today again, this is Gifted Hands. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell for new videos. Today I will be working on 100% sewing, no closure, no leave out, no glue. And the stuff I'll be using today, I'm going to be showing you right now. Today I'll be using Weave Care. That is to condition the weave, and I'll be using Magic Blue coconut oil on my client's hair to condition her hair, and then I'll be using weaving net. I'm using this because my client's hair is very thin and I don't want too much pressure on her natural hair, so I'll be using this on her hair today. And of course I'll be using needles and thread. So I'll be threading these needles, all of it, to prepare for my weave today. I will thread all of this needle because I don't want to stop halfway while I'm working and start working on needles, so I just prepare all the needles down before starting. And please, it's very easy to do this. Just get your thread. Just get your thread like this. Get a needle like this. Get your scissors and make sure you trim out the end of the thread. And that will make it so easy for the thread to pass through the needle. And then you pass the thread through the needle, like so. You have to be very patient to do this because the needle is very thin, the hole is very thin. So you have to be very patient, then you put through to make it 2 strands like this. You have to be careful. You have to be careful, make sure the thread is not too long, because when it's too long it causes the thread to tie up while working. Then you cut it off. Now you have 2 strands like this. But don't forget, you have to tie the end of the thread. This is to secure the end of the thread, so when you pass this needle through your client's hair or through your hair, it's not pulling out of the hair instead of staying. This helps the thread to stay in, to stay secured in the hair. When you knot the thread, not like this. That's how you knot. Then you cut the excess out. You cut out the excess thread. Then your thread is ready. Your needle is ready to work for work. The needle is ready to pass through your hair. So that's what I'm going to be doing to all the needles. I already have some done. I'm going to be doing that to all the needles. And when I'm done doing that, I get started. Okay, now let's get started. Just watch me as I do it. Hopefully I'm going to try to make sure it's clear enough.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to you now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to you now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to you now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to you now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. We can do nothing at all. So what, if you're stupid then you know there's nothing wrong. But you and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. But you and me just know how it feels when we fall me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up.
So I'm gonna sew this net all the way around to this point, like so.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels.
So this thread is tied and I'm not able to proceed. So before I'm able to continue, I'm tying this thread and then I will cut the tight part of it before continuing with my sewing. So that's what I'm doing. I just cut that off.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling.
What I'm doing here is I'm just carefully cutting off the excess net. You have to be very careful with this. Okay, this is the hair I will be using today for my weave. It is organic, tangle free, 3 pieces water weave hair. It's tangle free, they say, but it does look good. Hopefully it turns out good. It's 3 pieces. It has 18, 16 and 14 inches. And I'm gonna be starting with the 14 inches, which is the shortest one, because my client, she doesn't like long hair. So I'm gonna be starting with the 14 inches. The 14 inches is gonna go, it's gonna be at the back of the head. So I'm gonna start with this one because it's the shortest one.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know.
Okay, now we're about to start sewing the weave on. I'm joining the weft. I'm using double wefts. That's what I'm gonna be using. So I'm joining it like this, folding it together like this. Both ends coming together. I'm gonna get my needle. This is where I'm starting. I'm gonna start from here and take it down to that first breakdown there. So I'm gonna start, put the needle through the hair like this, and then we'll attach the weave to the hair, to her hair, and then pull it through like this. Be careful so you don't poke your hair or the person's hair with the needle. So I'm gonna use, look at what I'm doing. I'm using back of the needle, not the sharp end, but the other end of the needle to pass through her hair so I don't poke her head. So I'm doing this. Then I'm taking the hair down to the nape of her head. So I'm doing this, I'm sewing it. I took it down to the nape of the head. Now I'm going to sew it all the way to on this braid to the end. Then when I get to this end, to the end of this first braid, I'm not going to just keep sewing on the second braid. I'm going to take this. See, I'm not going to keep sewing on the second braid. No, that you must not do that. I'm going to take it further a little bit to this point before folding the hair and taking it back like so. Watch closely so you can see what I'm doing here, like this. So I'll sew it down, then I'm going to sew it down a couple of times. After this second sewing, I'm going to fold my hair. This thread is too short. I'm going to add another thread to this and tie it so I can have a longer thread to work with. So I'm going to be tying both the old thread and the new one together and cut the shortest one off. Now I have a longer thread. I'm going to start working with this long thread. So I'm going to start from here and fold it backward like so. I'm going to turn it. I don't like cutting my weave. I like to do the folding method, so I'm going to turn it and fold it and sew it down like so. I'm going to make sure I sew it down like twice to secure that. I'm going to keep sewing like so. So I'm going to keep sewing. Then I'm going to sew. I'm sewing on the net. You see this, the reason why I use the net, so I will be able to sew on the spot where she have no hair. So I'm sewing on the net and I'm going to sew until I get to this second braid. Now I'm sewing on the second braid. I'm going to sew on the second braid until I get to the point where I started at first. So keep watching. So I'm going to keep sewing until I get to my starting point.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up.
At this point, I'm gonna sew the hair to meet the other point, to meet this point right there. I'm gonna sew and take it all the way to this point right here, before taking it further, like this, like so. If you are liking this hair so far, if you think I'm explaining well so far, please give it a thumbs up and make a comment. If there is something you need to understand better, if there's something you need me to explain better, leave a comment and I will definitely explain on how to achieve that. Please don't forget and make sure you leave a comment, give thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Keep watching.
Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed,
So I've gotten to this end. I'm gonna fold it backward and keep sewing. I'm gonna sew this point down, and then I have to be very careful at this juncture, at this point, because of her edges. So I'm taking my time to do that. I'm gonna sew it down and then keep sewing and continue with my sewing like this. So the weave is a protective style, so I don't want to put too much tension on the edges. That is why I'm leaving the edges out like this. It's not braided. So I'm just gonna keep sewing, and I'm gonna sew this line all the way around to meet the other point. So this bundle ended here. It ended here, so I'm gonna get more weave to attach to it here. I'm gonna add it here. To continue, I'm gonna get the second inches, which is 16 inches. I'm gonna continue from where the other one stopped, where the other one ended. I'm gonna continue from there with the new 16 inches bundle. So I'm getting ready. I'm gonna continue from there like this. So I'm opening the hair like so. Open the hair. Then I'm gonna get my needle and pass the needle through the hair, through the weft. I'm still using double weft because this hair is very light, so I need my hair to be full, so I'm using double weft. So I'm passing the needle through the hair. I'm gonna join it to the point where the other ones ended like this. I'm gonna make sure it's secured. I'm adding it to the ending points of the other one, to the ending. Then it's secured, and I'm gonna continue sewing. I'm gonna sew until I meet the end of where the other side of her head is. Hopefully I'm making sense here. So when I get to this point, then I'm gonna make the hair go forward a little bit before folding a little bit. Then I'm gonna take it backward and fold it, then sew it down again. I'm gonna sew it down and make sure it's secured. Carefully sew it down because of our edges. Make sure it's secured. Then I will continue sewing. I'm gonna take the hair again from this point all the way to the other side of her head like this. So remember, you always have to sew and make sure you move from one point to the other point. The hair always have to meet at the same point. All right, keep watching. Thank you. The second bundle ended there. I'm going to get the third bundle, which is 18 inches, and continue from where the second bundle ended.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. And we can do nothing at all. So what if you're stupid then you know. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to
all
me
the
now.
way in the front, like this, to cover the front. So I'm gonna start doing like a round sewing, kind of. Instead of side to side, it's gonna be a round sewing now. It's gonna go like kind of a round sewing, like this. Watch carefully, I hope it's clear enough. So I'm gonna sew all the way in on the front to this end. Then instead of flipping the hair, no more flipping, I'm gonna keep sewing around. I'm just gonna go around and keep sewing this hair round in the circle form. So I'm gonna sew the hair in the circle form. I'm gonna sew round in the circle form.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. And we can do nothing at all. So what if you're stupid then you know there's nothing wrong. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up.
Now at this point, I'm gonna take the hair, instead of taking it backward, I'm gonna continue sewing in a round form. So I'm gonna sew like this. Now I'm gonna sew very close to this first line. I'm gonna sew on almost on top of it, on top of the first line, this first one there. Then I'm gonna sew on it and then pull forward a little bit just to extend the sewing to extend the weave like so. Then I'll continue sewing in a circle form until I get to the same spot, the same point at the other corner, at the other end of the head in the front. So when I get there, I will repeat the same process of sewing round until I get to the point whereby all I have left is a very narrow line. Watch closely and then hopefully you will understand exactly what I'm doing here.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. But you and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. But you and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. But we can do nothing at all. So what? If you're stupid then you know it's nothing wrong. But you and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. But you and me just know how it feels.
Now I'm going to continue sewing with just one weft, so I'm cutting it so I can have just single weft. So I'm going to continue with one weft, single weft instead of double, because I'm approaching the closure. I'm about to start closing the hair. I don't want it to be looking so bulky on top of the head, so I cut it off. I'm doing just one weft at this point.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. We can do nothing at all. So what, if you're stupid then you know it's nothing wrong. You and me got a whole other meaning.
Now I want to close the part. I'm going to be using regular fabric thread instead of the sewing thread. I'm going to be using fabric like this one. That's what I'm going to be using now. So I'm going to cut off the one I was using before and continue with the regular fabrics thread like so, because I don't want the thread to be showing. I'm gonna use a very tiny thread instead of a thick sewing thread. I'm closing the hair like this. The way I'm closing it is I'm using it's like I'm attaching one side of the weave to the other side of the weave. I'm closing them together, like I'm attaching them together. I'm sewing them together. So the needle is not going underneath her hair. The needle is going underneath the weave, the first weave by this side to the other weave on the other side, like this. So that is how it's going. Now it's going like under the weave, then up. That's how it's going. That's how I'm doing it. So now I get to this point, I'm going to take my needle backward and take the thread back, like so. This time it's going to be in a straight line, not from side to side, but in a straight line. I'm going to do the straight line. This is going to help me hide the needle, hide the thread that is showing. I'm cutting off the old thread that was there before, the usual thread that was there before. So I'm continuing with my sewing. So I've got it to the end of the part. I'm going to sew it a couple of times to lock it down, so the thread is not like coming out or the weave is not unraveling or something. So I do it a couple of times, then like this, pass it through, both back and forward again. It's going like underneath, it's going underneath the weave. So I'm taking under weave. I promise it's not like under her hair, so she's not feeling it. It's under the weave. under the weave, like above the neck that is underneath. So that's what is going on. That's what is happening here. Now I've done that a couple of times. I'm going to cut off the thread, cut off the needle, then I'm going to tie the thread. I'm going to tie the thread a couple of times to secure the thread and lock the hair in like this, then cut off the excess. And the sewings are complete. Now what is left is to cut off the excess hair, the extra hair. So I'm going to cut off the extra weave, cut it off, and save it for next time. Sewing is all done. I'm done with the sewing. I just need to work on the hair, condition it, comb it, trim it, and brush it. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for new video notification. Whenever I post a new video, you will always get a notification. So I'm fixing the part right now. This is the part. That's how it turns out. That's how it turned out. It looks so good. I love the hair and I love the texture of the hair. It's so soft. So this is how it turned out. That's how the part looks. I'm going to use the flat iron to lay the hair, the part, to make it lay flat, just the way I want it, like so. I'm gonna do this, make it lay flat, like this. Just gently. The iron shouldn't be too hot, but it should be hot enough to do exactly what I needed it to do, or how you want it to lay flat. So I lay the edges with edge control because I left the hair out, and this is the edge control I used, olive oil, to lay the edges. So now I'm going to trim out the tiny hair, the tiny weave showing. So just trim that off. Then I'm going to use this weave and wig or whatever, wig and weave conditioner to spray it, to condition the hair, and then comb it.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an
Okay ladies, now I'm giving the hair a final touch by trimming it to give it a definite end, like a very nice look. So I'm trimming it, and plus my client doesn't like her hair to be so long, so I'm trimming it a little bit. So this is how it turned out. This is how the hair look. 100% sewing, no leave out, no closure, no glue, 100% sewing. Again, please subscribe, hit the bell for more videos, like, share, and thank you so much for watching.